Welcome to Pega, possible emulations and gameplays on Android. Today I am going to tell you about emulations on Android, the possibilities of playing games released on different consoles, old consoles mostly. It had some good games, really good games, AAA titles also. And the good thing is you can play them on your Android device now, and you can play them at a pretty good rate, I guess. So let's just jump into the conversation. Oh, by the way, today's video is going to be about somewhat, let's just say, mid-range Android phones, which means if you have a processor like Snapdragon 870 or equal to that, or let's just say Snapdragon 845, 860, 888, like a phone with a processor of Dimensity 1200, Exynos 2100, or Helio G99. Play these games pretty easily on your Android device. I think you won't face that much of issue. Okay, so possibility number one, playing PlayStation 2 games on your Android device. My man, if you have a Snapdragon 870 processor or 860, you can almost play these games such as they were released on your Android device, not in the PlayStation 2. Easily get 60 FPS, or let's just say 60 is too much, but you can get 50 FPS, 30, 45 consistently. Forget that thing. PlayStation 2 had such as very good AAA titles. I personally have played tons of PlayStation 2 games on my Android device. Some of them are my favorite. I have played Batman Begins, Bully, Grand Theft Auto 4, not 4, 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA Liberty City, Predator Concrete Jungle, Ultimate Spider-Man, Call of Duty 3, and many more. Many more, my man. Good resolution, 720, or sometimes at some games 180p with consistently reaching 40 or 45 FPS. You can emulate pretty well these games on your Android device. Okay, so let's just discuss about the second. It's the Nintendo Switch. You can play not every but some good, very good AAA titles on your Android device released on Nintendo Switch. And if you don't know, I think you know, but still I'm going to say it. Nintendo Switch has some pretty good AAA titles released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PC. I have personally played around 10 or 9 Nintendo Switch games on my Android and have completed some of them, such as Doom 2016. Obviously, it was released on Nintendo Switch. Assassin's Creed 3, I have completed the full campaign of Assassin's Creed 3. Connor Kinway. I've played Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on my device, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Walking Dead, and some other titles. And I also have played Outlast 1 and Outlast 2. They were running pretty good, but there's an issue. If you have a processor like Snapdragon 870 or close to that, you can get 20 to 30 FPS easily. If your resolution is around 540p or 480p, there are some emulators on it, but Nintendo has banned the most famous emulator of Nintendo Switch. So I'm not going to talk about it or speak directly about the emulator, but there are very good alternatives of that. Yeah, let's just jump into the third and my favorite emulation on Android, playing Windows games. It's hard to believe, but you can actually play GTA 5 PC version on your Android device around the range I have told about the processors with 30 FPS. I think emulation of Windows on Android, you can literally play Windows games your tiny Android device pretty good frame rate at a pretty good frame rate. I repeat again. I'm sorry I have repeated again. Little nervous first time. I guess one, two, or three Windows emulators on Android, and I have used only one. I mean, I've tried all of them, but completed games and played games consistently on one single emulator, and have played Assassin's Creed Rogue, Hitman Blood Money, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops. My man, I have completed Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 several times on different Windows emulators on Android, on Mobox emulator. Time I had played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I was reaching 45 FPS consistently. 720p resolutions on my tiny Android device. Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2, Far Cry 1, Far Cry 2, and I have heard and saw some videos of playing Far Cry 3 on Android device using the emulator. The emulators, different emulators have used many people, but most of them were originated from one single emulator, the Mobox emulator. I'm sorry, Box 64 Droid. It started first as the one single emulator, Box 64 Droid. These games I'm telling you about, you can play all of them with consistent 30 plus FPS or 40 FPS easily. Well, for today, I think that's all. I have eaten up around 7.15 minutes. If I get time much more and can increase some editing skill, sorry. My English is being very weak at this moment. I'm nervous as fuck. I will try to make a video about more about these topics. Old consoles, very old consoles to, you know what, Windows emulation on Android. That's all the possibilities we have right now, but I think we will have much more in future. So yeah, goodbye. Another thing. Now, if you like these topics, these emulations on Android and gameplays, you can subscribe to my channel. It's good. I mean, it won't do much good, but you can get some informations if you want to play these so-called AAA titles on your Android device. I might come and help. I might help you. Goodbye for real for this video.